Hey, well, good afternoon to you. Good evening, though it still seems like afternoon for us here in Alaska as our daylight has increased considerably over the last 2 weeks. We're seeing lots of daylight. It does get dark here in Anchorage, but boy, it takes a long time, almost about midnight before it really starts to look a little bit like it's really dark. So, hey, I want to go ahead and look and see what it looks like outside. Here it is. We are looking at the Chugach Mountain Range right there. Want to wish you a good evening, and indeed good evening to you. I hope you had a nice weekend. I'm Meteorologist Robert Forgit. Going to give you the summary of what we expect through all of Alaska over the next 24 hours and show you what's in store for at least South Central and the Anchorage area as we get into the whole work week. So also I have a Forgit factoid for I did last night. Big thing was the Nenana Ice Classic, a famous guess on when the Nenana River breaks its ice, is completed. It ended yesterday morning, and I'll show you the video and also the factoid that goes with it. So with that, let's go ahead and look at the Chugach Mountain Range, and I'll tell you it's pretty nice out there. As you can see, that is the Chugach Mountain Range, and it is just beautiful tonight. That is the mountain that surrounds us, and you can see the seagulls are in our picture, and I'll tell you why. This is the time that they set up their nests, and they have a tendency to do it right around our studio as well as other places in Anchorage. And we have these huge towers at the top here, and they have a tendency to make nests there. So there's an eagle right now sitting on the top of our tower, and those eagles are the seagulls are swarming down on that eagle, trying to get him to get out of the way, but boy, he isn't flinching too much. So hey, let's go ahead and see what we have weather-wise, and as we do, I will tell you one thing. It has been a beautiful day. 54 degrees right now in Anchorage, and that isn't the high. I believe the high right now, 57 degrees for us. And we're looking at winds out of the southwest at 8 miles per hour. This is the weather we've seen most of today and yesterday. And here is right now our high, and I think that's going to stay 57 degrees, 35 our low. Normally we're about 51 and 35. Hey, if you're joining us from Alaska, let me know where you're from, how your weather is. And if you're from out of state, love for you to ping on Facebook and let me know where you are watching from, because we certainly enjoy having you, and I enjoy having you on this. So 57 and 35, just about normal, a little above the normal for our high. 51 is normally our high. We've been above normal for about, I think, about 6 or 7 days now. And we're expecting to see tonight, again, mostly clear skies, 36 degrees, winds out of the southwest, about 5 miles per hour. Taking a look real quick for those who just want to watch us for a little bit, want to watch me for a little bit. Here is the Anchorage forecast for the next 3 days. Looking at some sunshine tomorrow, but it will be mixed with a few clouds, not as clear as it's been the last 2 days. 54 our high, 36 our low tomorrow night. We'll get into some perhaps PM showers. That's evening showers, afternoon showers on Tuesday. Into Wednesday, look for sort of cloudy skies, and that's because of a low pressure system I'll show you in just a minute that's moving in on us. However, the big key factors and takeaways is that we have high pressure really holding in place to the north of us, and that's keeping things at bay. So that's always good to see. As we take a look, here's that daylight I was talking about, 16 hours and 6 minutes. This is for tomorrow. 5:54 will be our sunrise, 10 p.m. our sunset, 5 minutes and 34-second gain. We are starting to lose the amount of daylight that we're gaining, and dropping in seconds right now. So we certainly enjoy that daylight, and everyone's out starting to take care of their lawns as we are into spring. Here's the temperatures, and you can see how warm they are for Alaska. This is warm for this time of year. 54 in McGrath, Fairbanks seeing some sunshine and some clouds, and 49, 50 in Juneau. Cleaning out Ketchikan, still raining, but that will change tomorrow as sunshine returns to the southeast panhandle. 41 right now, and 40 in Cold Bay as you go to the Aleutian Chain. 42 in Adak, way out there. Our friends at Nome, you're at 35 degrees. And we're still seeing some freezing fog on the slope. That happens this time of year. 10 degrees in Utiavik, though a little sun's trying to break out in Dead Horse. They're at 10 as we speak. Taking a look at the high temperatures today. Look at that. It was 53 in Yakutat, 57 for us, 61 in Kodiak. Finally, the sun returns for them. Fairly nice day, 42 in Coal Bay on Alaska, coming in at 41, and Fairbanks, 53 with sunshine. The differences between right now and yesterday this time is really the big spectacular one is Kodiak, a 13-degree in the positive differential from yesterday. That's because the sun broke out and the rain stopped, and that little bit of moisture that moved through is done. And with that sun, they really popped up compared to yesterday. As we take a look, looking ahead, I want you to notice a couple things. Number one, that line. That is the line, really the barrier that's keeping that high pressure above us and pushing these low pressure systems below us. And so that's really good to see. And as we see that, we're going to see in motion what's going to happen for this week. So Sunday, still seeing a little bit of rain down in the Ketchikan area as a result of that low pressure system in the southeast panhandle. And as we move forward, we're going to go ahead and see that low start to move down to Portland and Seattle as it can't move any farther north. And then we've got a low pressure system that's moving over from the Aleutians, and that's going to perhaps bring us a little bit of shower activity as we get into Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday. I say us, meaning south central. Might see a few showers because of the instability, but for the most part, that's going to continue to move off as this high pressure kind of keeps things at bay. Then we get into Wednesday, you see that big storm system, and that low pressure system will probably make its way a little bit into the south central area, certainly producing rain in Bristol Bay, probably Kodiak, and maybe up into the northern Gulf of Alaska. So that's what we are looking at when we see that. Taking a look, there are no weather alerts. Oh, one just popped up, flood watch for the area. Just looks like the Copper River Basin. So I'm gonna have to change this graphic. This just popped up. So I'll certainly have to look at that, change this graphic. We had no weather alerts for the last 48 hours. Now we do, and the reason is because of the melting of the snow and the tributaries starting to fill up. This is what we call spring breakup season for us, and with spring breakup, typically what we'll see is the Yukon, the Kuskokwim, all the rivers in Alaska start to break the ice. The snow melts, that water runs into the tributaries, but the water is not melted in the rivers. So what you do is you get this ice jamming. So this water wants to come down, and these ice jams in the water in the rivers won't budge, and all of a sudden this water starts to build up, has nowhere to go, and it starts to go around these ice jams. And of course, going around it means it comes up onto the river banks, even farther back, and where there are villages or towns, those towns tend to get some flooding. And so we have a river watch program up here, National Weather Service, the Division of Emergency Management and Homeland Security, which is our emergency management, state emergency management agency. They go ahead and they fly the rivers and check and see where these jams are and alert the rivers or the towns downstream from that or right at the jam to let them know whether they need to evacuate or think about it or just be on alert. So it is that time of season. We'll see that all the way through much of May. So that's the River Watch program. Look it up. It's fascinating that we do that all through the Yukon, all through the Kuskokwim, all these little rivers that we have. We get reports, and it certainly saves, in some cases, property, and in a lot of cases it does save lives because they get a lot of warning, the towns and communities that might be affected by flooding as a result of this breakup. So hey, let's go back and see what we've got, and again, I'll look at that. I'll mention that on the air tonight at 10 if you're going to watch. That'd be great. We'd love to have you watch. If you're out there, hey, say hello to me. Let me know what's going on and what's happening. As we take a look, we're going ahead, and the southeast, we're going to see some sunshine return. Temperatures expected to be in the 50s again, 53 for Ketchikan, Petersburg 52, 54 in Skagway, Yakutat coming in at 50. Going into the interior sections, we're going to leave at sun and clouds and a few showers. Those showers expected in Delta Junction and in Tok. Look for those showers not to be too extensive, but certainly will affect you. And as we take a look at the North Slope, it's AM freezing fog. When you get that freezing fog, you can't get that sunlight, but once that burns off, a lot of times we'll see sunshine break out, especially in Utqiagvik. Tomorrow, Dead Horse, looking like you might have a full day of it. So, hey, Tina, thank you for saying hello. Nice to have you on board and watching the show. And Wainwright, going to see 15 degrees, looking at partly cloudy skies. And Tuvik Pass, going to see a little bit of rain, as I mentioned with that. It's not going to be rain, it'll be showers. So that's what we are anticipating. Western Alaska, I'm looking for, hey Judy, good to have you on board. And what broke the Nome Arch? Oh, a question. I can tell you what broke the Nome Arch. They were, it was rotting anyway, and they've talked about replacing it, and it's just from old age. It rotted its wood, and it just collapsed. So I know the Nome was planning on replacing that, and it just happened to fall apart. So that's what happened to the arch. Thanks for asking that question. We did a story on it, I think, at last night at about 10 o'clock, and I don't think we'll cover that again. So you can check our website. We have a lot of those posted at Alaska's news source, so check it out. Hey, let's go ahead. Thanks for asking. Hey, Richard, good to have you on board. Hey, let's go ahead to Western Alaska. AM freezing fog. That's what we're looking at. Kotzebue, maybe Nome will have it too. I expect the sunshine, though, to break out along the coastal sections. This is a time we have a lot of moisture. If we get a lot of melting at night and the temperatures drop, we'll get some freezing fog, especially along the coastal sections and inland, depending where you're at. McGrath will be 51, 46 in Galena, so fairly nice spring-like weather. Going out to the Aleutian Chain, it's sun and clouds, and hey, I think that's Francie, I hope I said that right. Maybe it's Frankie. Thank you for wow, you're watching from California. Appreciate that. And we're looking at the Aleutian Chain now. 38 degrees in Adak, Cold Bay coming 41, 45 in Dillingham, St. Paul 34, and 40 in Unalaska. Love when we have folks watch, and I certainly love hearing where you're from, especially if you're from out of state. So, hey, let's go ahead and get a little closer to the Kenai. If you're in South Central Alaska, you know the weather that we have had has been spectacular. Had a chance to go kayaking out of Whittier this week for about 4 days. It was so calm, easy paddling, sunny skies, a good chance to just lay out on those pebbly beaches and enjoy a little picnic while you're not kayaking. Pretty darn nice. Mostly sunshine expected for the Kenai, 51 for Kenai. Kodiak, 49. I expect to be a little warmer if you get that sun coming out. And for Prince William Sound, Copper River Basin, there's Whittier. You can see it right down there. That's where I was kayaking with my wife. It was fun. 50 in Whittier, Glen Allen coming 53, 50 in Cordova, and Valdez at 52. Tonight's lows in the 30s. So Matsu, we're looking at mostly sunshine. Talkeetna, you're going to hit 60 eventually, but you just haven't hit it yet. 57 expected tomorrow. 58 in Willow, Wasilla, Palmer, 57 and 58. For Anchorage, it's going to be mostly sunny, 54 tomorrow. Our nighttime low will be 36. And down in Girdwood, Girdwood's our ski area. We just had a big, a lot of places have this. We call it the Slush Cup. And with the Slush Cup, what we do is, people try to ski across it and get to the other side for prizes based on their costume and their style and how fast they're going and how fast they flew out of there. So I did it one time on a snowboard, and I just hit it hard and caught an edge and was down. That was years ago, but it was a lot of fun. So they're having that. Hey, let's go ahead and see what we've got. I want to go ahead and share a factoid with you, so I hope there's some players out there that might want to participate. This is the Nenana Ice Classic, and that's Nenana right now, the time lapse, and that was right now. You can see there is nothing there. The tripod has fallen, and as a result, the Nenana Ice Classic is over, and it is a chance to bet on when the tripod would fall. And the tripod, the winning time was yesterday at 5:18 a.m. The tripod clocks is set on Alaska Standard Time, so that would have been 6:18 a.m. And the winner, $210,000 and 155 to go with it. So 210,155 was the jackpot this week based on ticket sales, $3 a ticket. Usually you buy them from February to about April. And as we take a look, we're going to go ahead and see what's going on. And here is our factoid about the Nenana Ice Classic. It started when a group of engineers surveying for the Alaska Railroad bet when the Nenana River would break up. What year did this start? Did it start 1917, 1928, 1934, 1941? You want to take a guess? Go ahead and put it on Facebook, and we'll see if you get it right. Again, the Nenana Ice Classic started when a group of engineers surveying for the Alaska Railroad bet when the river would break up. Hey, what year was it? 1917, 1928, 1934, or 1941? Craig, hey, thanks for joining us. He's going to say 1941. Thanks, Craig. Appreciate you answering that. D is for you. 1941. Anyone else want to guess? Love to have you guess. Judy, Richard, anybody out there? We'd love for you to participate in this Forgit factoid. The Nenana Ice Classic, and by the way, the Nenana River's up close to Fairbanks. The Nenana and the Tanana join, and we call it the Nenana Split. So the Nenana Ice Classic started when a group of engineers surveying for the Alaska Railroad, right? They bet on the river and it would break up. What year was it? Craig's going, oh, yeah, YW. No, you already guessed D, so that's good. Judy's saying C. Tina's saying C, 1934. Got a lot of C's coming up. What do you think it was? 1917, 1928, 1934, 1941. Tina's saying C. I will tell you this, and I'll tell you this in a minute on the graphic, but the pot back then, with all the engineers betting, came to $800. So the winner got $800 that year. So was it 1917, 1928, 1934, 1941? Again, these were Alaska Railroad surveyors and a bunch of engineers helping out the Alaska Railroad. Any more guesses? I'm going to go ahead and give the answer here in just a minute. If you got a guess, put it down there. Love to see other people participate. So we do Forgit factoids. I do every 10 o'clock news when I'm working, which is usually on the weekends, and I fill in sometimes too. So let me know if you've got it. We're going to go ahead and give the answer here just briefly. So, hey, for those that don't know, a lot of people say, hey, what's Alaska look like? It's the back of your hand. This is a perfect map of Alaska. The Aleutian Chain, Southeast Panhandle, interior. There's the North Gulf of Alaska. You've got Nome and Kotzebue. You've got the whole North Slope. So that is a perfect, God gave us a perfect map of our state on the back of our hand. So anyone ever ask where you've been in Alaska when you come to visit, you can point it out to them. So that's what you do. Hey, let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and give the answer soon. I've got 1928 from Duke Wallen. Thanks, Duke, for answering that question, 1928B, and I'm going to give the answer now. Oh, here we go. Jeanette's going to go C. Jeanette, thanks for participating. I got a few other people coming in last minute. So I have bet on the Nenana Ice Classic. Closest I've come, Aaron says C. Closest I've come is about 3 days. And I know Jackie Purcell bet on it this year. I think she was only about 24 hours off is what she said. So Aaron's going C, Jeanette's going C, and we're going to give the answer here in a minute. Craig is from Anchorage. Craig, thanks for joining us. And here is the answer to today's question. It was actually 1917, and guess what? 1917, 800 bucks is a lot of money. Again, this has to do with when the river broke up. 1917 was when they started betting on that. And of course, these were the engineers surveying for the Alaska Railroad. So I don't think the tracks were quite laid yet. And as you said, I think Duke said the bridge was built in 1921, so that sounds just about right. And Craig, yeah, next time, Craig, you'll get it. Duke, wow. Yeah, so these were the surveyors back then, probably figuring out where the best place to put those tracks are. So very cool. Thanks, Tina. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and do the 7-day forecast for Anchorage, and then we'll be done for the night. So let's go ahead and do that and see what we've got. And for tonight, we're going to see, again, some sunshine, the 7-day forecast. We're looking for mostly clear tonight, mostly sunny tomorrow. And then as the clouds roll in on Wednesday, temperatures will drop probably in the upper 40s. And then we'll get back in the 50s as we get to the latter part of the week. Perfect time to do some gardening. Perfect time to be in Alaska, because we love this time of year. I have to wear glasses sometimes to read. Actually, it's only sometimes because I don't put them on all the time. So I hope you have a great week. It's going to be nice here. If wherever you are, hope you have a nice week, and hope to see you again soon. Get out, play outside, especially if you're here and the weather's good. Got to take advantage of those moments, because when we get that sunshine, it feels good. So get out there and enjoy it. Boating season, hiking season, and fishing season is right around the corner. So looking forward to it. Hey, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and most of all, just have a wonderful week. And from Alaska, here at Alaska's News Source, I'm meteorologist Robert Forgit, wishing you a really nice week. Take care.